Hello, and welcome to this review of the Character Options Doctor Who Friends and Foe of the 13th Doctor figure set. One of the latest in the line of B&M exclusive figures, which do seem to be quite randomly selected. However, this one is the latest chronologically, and it'll make a delightful new addition to any New Who collection, as it's focused on the Fugitive of the Judoon characters. So we've got Yasmin Khan, we've got Ryan Sinclair, we've got the Judoon Trooper. So, is it actually any good? Well, let's find out.
Firstly, we'll start with the box. It's a simple design with a sliced picture of the Chibnall era TARDIS below a stacked version of the logo, and on the back we have the figures as they appear. It's a basic design. I mean, do you guys ever miss when they had bios and descriptions on the backs of boxes? I certainly do. They often made me feel a little bit better when I couldn't buy them. So with that done with, let's get to the figures themselves. So the first things to note is that they're part of the 5.5 inch figure range, which is always good. Yaz and Ryan, however, seem to be in completely new outfits as they have never worn anything like this on screen, with Yaz wearing a white blouse with her leather jacket and Ryan wearing a large coat buttoned up. The figures aren't exactly accurate in their representation of them, mainly due to them being resculpts of primeval figures. Where they come into their own is with the facial sculpts themselves, but the outfits do capture the appropriate vibe of the characters, so I can imagine them wearing outfits similar to them. Starting with Yasmin Khan, the likeness to her actor Mandip Gill is honestly startlingly good. This is a very good representation of the character through her hair and facial sculpt. It's recognisable and a perfect demonstration of facial detail. The sculpt of the body, while inaccurate, still works with great clothing details such as wrinkles on the blouse and the jeans, and in terms of articulation and posability, it's certainly standard of Character Options' regular form. Her knees and arms are bendable, the upper arms and upper legs twistable, and the waist can do a full 360-degree twist. Yaz's hair is also movable, as is her jacket, and the head can do a good 90 degrees with ease, but any more than that and it becomes a little bit stiffer, so I wouldn't attempt an Exorcist twist. Naturally, it's a great representation of Yaz, and I really like this figure. Moving on to Ryan Sinclair, and once again, Tosin Cole's likeness has been captured very well. I'm very impressed, as it's absolutely recognisable and a very good facial sculpt. The body sculpt is good, if unremarkable, being a resculpt of an existing body. And of course, it's easy to assume budget was the thing that scuppered them in terms of this. On that note, Ryan's figure isn't as flexible for sure. It has the regular posability in its upper body and lower body, much like Yaz, but twisting the head is rather difficult as it feels like it could genuinely twist off if too much force is applied. Due to the coat's length, the twistability of the waist is also a little bit on the stiff side, but nothing too critical. I would say it's a strong figure in terms of its visual likeness to Tosin Cole, but other than that, it is definitely a weaker figure compared to the Yaz one. And now for the final one, the Judoon Trooper. The body is excellently sculpted, with it remaining the same from the previous molds of Judoons. It looks commanding, as any good alien Rhino Stormtrooper should, with parts of the armour being flexible enough to move with ease. Sure, it's disappointing that the helmet isn't removable, but it does make sense as usually only the captains unmask themselves. The legs have the same level of posability as the Yaz and Ryan figures, while the upper arms are admittedly stifled by the armour, but without a doubt, it is still a great figure that captures the trooper in a very intimidating form. It also comes with its own gun that is honestly a little awkward to create serious looking poses with. You really need to make it connect with both of the trooper's hands to be credible, but the gun itself has had a brilliant sculpt and paint job, so no faults there. I'm honestly super impressed with the facial sculpts for the companions here, and it gives me hope that if we ever get Sacha Dhawan Master or Joe Martin Doctor figures, that they will be done to the same level of quality in terms of their facial sculpt. Hopefully the budget will allow for some more substantially different body sculpts in the future, but hey, I'm no expert on the budget here. Regardless, if you're a fan of this particular era of Doctor Who, then I would thoroughly recommend these figures. Thank you very much for watching, and feel free to hit the like button, comment and subscribe. See ya!